I love him. I really like that record, and I like the record he came out with last year, sort of 6-track album that contained Truth, which is like a 13-minute joyous thing which flashes by too quickly. I love the way he uses choirs. I love his use of well, it's actually, because when you see the visual setup of what Kamasi Washington is and his band, and you see him with in the dashiki, and you see his little dreads, and you think this might be quite brutal. Do you know what I mean? You think this might be, it might have a hint of the free jazz about it, which is not something. It's not my favourite element of jazz, to be absolutely honest. But it's very melodic. It's very tuneful. And a lot of his stuff is really pretty. It's like, it's beautiful music. And I've seen him interviewed. He seems like a delightful fella, you know. It was after, we know this guy Mark Baxter, who put me on to, well, who was behind the Tubby Hayes thing.
Mark Baxter very well.
Indeed. And he said, you've got to check this guy out. You know, he was going to go and see him at the Barbican, and I couldn't go. But I looked him up, and I thought, God, this man's fantastic. And yeah, the rhythm changes, I just thought it was one of the newer records of any kind in the last couple of years that really hit me. And the whole album it's lovely. I love that audacious thing. I'm just going to put a triple album out, you know, in a time when that's not really being done for various reasons. But I love Kamasi Washington. I think he's fantastic.
He is a bit of a cultural phenomenon as well, coming out of Los Angeles with that jazz juggernaut, kind of reverse backwards through the electronic music route. Speaking of cultural phenomena, you've been part of a huge film, Black Panther, especially with African American audiences. It's gone down amazingly well. A huge film. When you look at from the outside, you look as an Englishman starring in a film like that, and see how it connects with people in America. How does it make you feel?
I'm very proud to be part of that. It does feel like a moment. You know, it feels like an occasion where people, people are coming up to me on the street and saying things about something I'm in that is where it feels like I've just been part of feeding them a meal or something, you know. I think people were really, really hungry for this stuff. I was at the LA premiere and the London premiere, and both of them were a bit like being at a football match. You know, it was really, people wanted it, and people were, every fifth line was getting, you know, like a standing ovation kind of thing. More than anything, it has to be a good film, you know, because it can't just be a dry, worthy pamphlet, you know. But it has politics with some big and some small P's in it, and but it's really entertaining. It's been done really, really well, and I'm very proud to be part. You know, as a middle-aged white man, I'm not the most interesting thing about that film.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, but I'm not. But it's nice to play my part in it. Yeah.